Love versus hate. Which one is the better motivator to help you lose weight? Now, I know if I ask this to people, the right answer, the right answer is, oh, love yourself, right? But I've worked with plenty of people to know that what they actually use deep down is the hate. And it's a very unpleasant, but more importantly, ineffective way to try and motivate yourself. Because when you feel, because what typically happens, right, someone sees a picture of themselves, they step on the scale, the clothes don't fit, and they get really upset, right? So there's a strong negative emotional reaction. And in that place, they say, that's it, I got to do something extreme. And they usually pick some extreme plan, and they try and motivate it and fuel it through this negative energy, right? But there's two big problems. One, it's very unpleasant. It's unpleasant to feel that way. But the other thing is that it really limits your resources, right? When you're in a peak negative emotional state, you're not thinking clearly. You're very reactive. And so when you get really upset, you may be able to get yourself to eat perfect for a few days, but it's very difficult to keep that up. And when all of a sudden you make the littlest mistake in that emotional space, it feels overwhelming, and it's very easy to just say, oh, forget it, I can't do this. Okay, so you know that process. We all know what that feels like. So what's the alternative? Well, the alternative is love. And before you kind of roll your eyes at me, it's kind of like, yeah, I know I should be that way, but I don't think it works. I'm not going to do that. If you were going to talk to a friend or someone who you cared about, who wanted to lose weight and had been struggling, would you berate them the way you berate yourself? Or would you be more compassionate and loving and caring towards them? Right? Well, we know the answer. And so why would you do that though? And again, I know because you want to be nice to other people, but don't you believe that that would be more effective for them? Don't you think if you had a friend who was struggling with weight loss and you started piling on top of them negatively, wouldn't that be discouraging and frustrating and just feel like it'd be hard to do anything in that state, right? So why would it be any different for you? This is what I'm trying to say. Again, we're so conditioned very often to think that we have to whack ourselves with a stick to get us to take action and to do something. But there is another way. And it's a way that's more effective because you have more, your brain is a pleasure-seeking mechanism. It wants more pleasure. That's what's causing the weight issues in the first place. So you can't make this a process of the pleasure of the food and I'm gonna, put the screws to myself so I don't get any pleasure. I'm just gonna lose the weight that way. It's not gonna work. So the love starts tapping you into a more pleasure-based motivation strategy where you say, I wanna feel better. I wanna love my body more. I wanna love myself more. And I'm gonna start that right now by nourishing my body, by giving myself what I truly need and what's truly gonna make me love myself even more. You see? So we can frame the whole process in terms of love right from the beginning. And again, the beauty of this is that, yes, you're going to make a mistake this way too, because we're always going to make mistakes with our eating. We're never going to be perfect all the time. And so when we make a mistake in this kind of state of love, it's just easier to handle. So, okay, I got a little emotional, I was a little hungry, whatever happens, let me get back on track. Again, it's just a much, much easier path to walk. And it's much more the way your brain is designed, right? Our brain is designed to want to do things that we enjoy doing. And so weight loss, again, you're much better off when you put your time into how can I make this more enjoyable? And one of the ways to do that is to start off with motivation of love. And you can do that by, there's two ways. One is, what would I love about this process? You can ask that question. And the second thing is to imagine yourself talking to a friend of yours. Imagine you could kind of pop yourself out of yourself and you were talking to yourself as if you were talking to a really good friend of yours who wanted to lose weight. What kind of advice and support would you give them? And that's a way to tap into a much more loving, encouraging support system within yourself rather than trying to just always beat yourself up. All right. So think of some reasons why you would love this process and how you can bring more love into it with your body, with yourself, and how you could use that along the path. All right. I think you're going to find that it feels a lot nicer and it's a lot more effective. All right. So give that a shot. Remember, nothing tastes as good as thin and healthy feels, and have a great day.